Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our story corner. Today, Weavy got a fantastic tale about friendship that stretches all the way from the sunny jungle to the icy Arctic. Are you ready? Let's dive in. It was a beautiful, crisp morning in the jungle. The birds were singing, the monkeys were swinging, and Leon the lion, the king of the jungle, was just about to enjoy his morning tea when asterisk, ring. Asterisk, his phone buzzed. He picked it up, a puzzled look on his furry face. Hello. Leon speaking. To his great surprise, a tiny, excited voice chirped from the other end. Leon, it's me, Peter. Peter, the penguin. Leon's eyes widened. Peter lived all the way in the freezing Arctic. They were good friends, but they didn't get to talk very often. Peter, my friend, how are you? It's so good to hear your voice. Is everything okay? Not exactly, Leon, Peter said, his words tumbling out in a rush of excitement and worry. The Hot Wheels annual tournament is tomorrow! It's the biggest race of the year! Leon smiled. He knew how much Peter loved racing. That's wonderful news, Peter! I can't wait to hear how you do! That's the problem, Peter squawked. My race car? ... It broke down. I've tried everything, but I can't fix it. The engine won't start. The wheels are wobbly, and I'm out of time. Leon, I need your help. Hearing the sadness in his friend's voice, Leon didn't hesitate for a second. That's what friends are for, after all. Don't you worry, Peter, he said in his deep, reassuring voice. Stay right where you are. Help is on the way. As soon as he hung up, Leon roared a friendly but firm roar that gathered his best pals. First came Freddy the Fox, clever and quick-witted, with his tool belt always ready. Then came Al the Alligator, strong and dependable, with a knack for fixing just about anything. Friends, Leon announced, our pal Peter is in trouble in the Arctic. His race car is broken, and his big race is tomorrow. We're going to help him. Freddy and Al nodded eagerly. Without wasting another minute, the three friends packed their bags, grabbed their tools, and boarded a special jungle plane heading straight for the icy Arctic. The journey was long, but their determination to help their friend made the time fly by. As the plane landed on a runway carved from ice, Peter the penguin was there waiting for them, flapping his little wings with a mix of excitement and anxiety. Leon, you came? You really came? He chirped, waddling over to give his big, furry friend a hug. Of course, we did, Leon said warmly, patting Peter on the back. Now, show us this car of yours. We've got work to do. They all hurried to Peter's garage, which was a cozy little igloo filled with racing posters and spare parts. In the center sat Peter's race car. It was a cool little vehicle, but it looked very, very sad. Leon, being the leader, took charge. All right, team, let's see what we're dealing with. He peeked under the hood, his magnificent mane brushing against the cold metal. Freddy the Fox immediately got to work, checking the wheels and the axles with his expert eyes. Al, the Alligator, the engine expert, began tinkering with the wires and gears, his long snout perfect for reaching into tight spots. They worked 4 hours. They tightened bolts, cleaned spark plugs, and checked every single wire. But no matter what they tried, the car just wouldn't start. It would sputter, it would cough, but it would not roar to life. Finally, as the Arctic sun began to set, they had to admit defeat. The car was too broken to be fixed in time. Peter looked down at his little feet. His shoulders slumped. A single tear froze on his beak. I guess that's it, he said quietly. I'll have to miss the race this year. I was so looking forward to it. The garage fell silent. Freddy and Al looked at each other sadly. But just then, a twinkle appeared in Leon's eye. His golden mane seemed to sparkle as a huge, confident grin spread across his face. Not so fast, my friend, Leon boomed, his voice full of hope. If your car won't work, then I'll bring you mine. Before Peter could even ask what he meant, Leon let out a mighty roar. It was a roar so powerful and so majestic that it echoed across the icy mountains and shook the icicles from the rooftops. Asterisk! R-O-O-O-O-A-R! A few moments later, they heard the sound of another plane approaching. This one was a huge cargo plane, and as it landed, the back ramp lowered to reveal a car. But this wasn't just any car. It was Leon's prized Lamborghini. It was sleek, shiny, and painted a brilliant jungle green. It was one of the fastest cars in the world. Peter's beak dropped open. He stared at the incredible car, then back at Leon, then back at the car. You ... You would let me race with this. He stammered, completely stunned. Leon patted over and placed a reassuring paw on his small friend's shoulder. Of course, he said proudly, his voice filled with kindness. You're my friend, Peter, and I believe in you. A true racer can drive any car to victory. The next day was race day. The Arctic air was buzzing with excitement. Seals barked. Polar bears cheered, and everyone was gathered for the Hot Wheels annual tournament. Peter, looking nervous but determined, zoomed to the starting line in Leon's incredible Lamborghini. The car was much bigger than he was used to, but he felt a surge of confidence just sitting in the driver's seat. The crowd gasped as the little penguin in the giant supercar revved the powerful engine. Asterisk! Vroom! Asterisk Leon, Freddy, and Al stood on the sidelines, waving and cheering as loud as they could. You can do it, Peter! Freddy shouted. Go get M! Al bellowed. The starting flag dropped, and the race began. Peter stomped on the gas pedal, and the Lamborghini shot off the line like a green bolt of lightning. He skillfully weaved past the other racer sills on souped-up sleds, puffins in propeller-powered carts, and even a polar bear on a massive snowmobile. He remembered Leon's words. I believe in you. With his friends cheering him on, Peter drove with focus and courage. He took the corners perfectly, sped down and with one final burst of speed, he crossed the finish line first. He had won. He was the champion. The crowd went wild. Leon, Freddy, and Al rushed onto the track, lifting Peter onto their shoulders. You did it! You did it! Leon roared with pride. That night, they all celebrated at Peter's cozy home. A warm fire crackled in the fireplace as they shared a delicious meal of fish, drank hot cocoa, and laughed, retelling the story of the incredible race. As the evening wound down, Leon placed a paw gently on Peter's shoulder. Peter, he said softly, you raced with true courage and skill today. You didn't just borrow my car. You became a true champion in it. The car. It's yours to keep. Peter's eyes grew wide and shone with gratitude. Really? You mean it? Thank you, Leon. Thank you so much. I'll treasure it forever and ever. The next morning, it was time for the jungle friends to go home. They hugged Peter goodbye, promising to call more often. As their plane took off, they looked down to see Peter standing proudly beside his new, shiny green Lamborghini, waving a happy farewell. He was already dreaming of next year's race, knowing he had the best car and, more importantly, the best friends in the entire world. And so, the bond of friendship between a lion and a penguin grew even stronger, a bond that was faster, more powerful, and more precious than any car could ever be. What a wonderful story about the power of friendship. It just goes to show that with good friends by your side, you can overcome any obstacle. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed our story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing adventures. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.